Morning, Steve here in Chicago with the morning grain comments. Well, the weather here in Chicago is pretty nice for this time of the year, and I think it's reflected somewhat in the overnight USDA planting numbers that gained as pretty much the market had expected, and also the weakness that we continue to see in corn and wheat overnight. Funds continue to sell corn and wheat and buy beans. Corn and wheat probably a weather thing, and that the weather's gotten better for U.S. crops, whereas the bean thing is probably a demand thing. Continue to hear good demand numbers as far as the bean market is concerned, and offsetting the fact that there's a record amount of supply globally. As far as the USDA numbers are concerned, it's amazing how much farmers can plant in a single week when given the opportunity. In Minnesota, farmers went from 35% of the corn planted to 84% planted, and 70 is average. For Iowa, they went from 52% planted to 85% planted, and 75 is average. And in South Dakota, they went from 32% planted in corn to 77%, and 66 is average. We still have some spots like Ohio. It's got 58% of the corn planted, 53 is normal. Michigan is 30% planted versus 47 normal. And the areas of Arkansas, Missouri, that areas around there continue to be wet. The USDA estimated that overall corn plantings are 71% done versus 73 a year ago, and 70 average. Over the beans, 32% is crop planted versus 34 a year ago and 32 average. Here again, Iowa's 40% done. Normal is 32%. Minnesota jumped from 4% to 47%. Must have been working all night there. And normal is 40%. Kansas wheat crop dropped to 44%, good to excellent. Overall, the crop dropped to 51 from 53, and last year the crop was rated 62% and get good to excellent. 6 to 10 day is wet and cool, 11 to 15 is wet and warm. And you look at the 7-day rainfall forecast, and you look from parts of Minnesota down through Missouri into the southern plains, they're going to get a lot of rain in the next few days. Funds bought beans and oil yesterday, sold meal, corn, and wheat. Continue to have a record short position in corn, near record in wheat, and yesterday trimming a little bit of their short position in beans. So we're still in this trading range. Doubt if we break out of that range. It is interesting that when you look at some of the Central Illinois basis levels, corn improved 2 cents and beans improved about 3 cents. So we're seeing a little bit of improvement in cash, which suggests, number one, the farmer's not selling, especially in the corn, and number two, he's pretty much sold out of last year's soybean supplies. South America farmer continues to be a reluctant seller of beans and meal, and that also might be helping the soybean market with support, despite the fact they have a record supply. Outside markets, dollar is lower. Gold might be going higher because of that. Crude oil is firming up, and stocks might be higher because of crude oil firming up. So we'll be watching Washington, we'll be watching the weather, we'll be watching global issues, and always the demand to figure out how we break out of these ranges. As always, these are my thoughts and not those of ADM or ADM Investor Services, and have a safe and profitable trading day.